r/AskReddit with Reddit time. What are signs that someone thinks they're cool but are actually huge losers? They brag about how cool they are. Bragging in general. I never brag. I'm kinda known for never bragging. I think I'm very humble. I'm probably more humble than you would even understand. I too am extraordinarily humble. +1 for the reference. I almost didn't see you there. I have a friend who got a GF a few months ago. She took his virginity and now all he talks about is sex around us. It's honestly extremely irritating. Like I'll be talking to him about how stressful my day was because I have a shit ton of homework and he'll say something like, when I get stressed, I just call my GF to come over my house so we can fuck. Like dude, we get it. You have sex. Congratulations. I don't give a fuck. You're right, Kyle. This is a nice IPA, but it's nothing compared to some dirty good sex. You see, Kyle, the best thing about sex is when you get to put your penis inside their vagina. Amazing. Truly nothing like it. Tell us more. As the virgin Kyle, this hurts me. If someone puts too much emphasis on one or two achievements from 10 years ago and doesn't shut up about them, that's a sign they're not cool. Alternatively, if someone makes fun of people in their friend group too often about things that happened 10 years ago, that's a sign they're not cool. Edit. Emphasis on too often. It's completely natural to give each other a bit of stick from time to time for what happened 10 years ago. But when that's somebody's only go-to, it starts to be a reflection on that person, rather than the person they are making fun of. My friend group will constantly roast me about shit I did 5 to 6 years ago, and pretend I haven't changed, and I'd do the same things over again. Reminds me of my parents and grandparents who would see me doing something once, and then go on and on about it forever. You always have your goddamn hair in your eyes. You're always listening to them bloody headphones. You're always telling your sister to go away. Even if the last time I did any of those things was over 5 years ago. Edit. Obviously I've used headphones in the past 5 years though. I forgot to bring any socks at all on one trip I took with my parents when I was a kid. We used to take these trips to see family 2 to 3 times a year. 4 years afterwards my mom would tell me to not forget the socks because I always forget. It happened that one time only ever. Forgot my passport in the seat pocket of an airplane once when I was 14. I still fucking hear about it from my family at age 35 now. Note, this was traveling to US from Canada and back then you didn't need a passport. No one was terribly inconvenienced and my grandmother's place was literally a 10-minute drive from the airport anyway. It will never end. I'm 50 and my dad is 83 and he still goes on about things that happened when I was a teenager. Bragging about the amount of people you've slept with or your dick size. They're usually lying about them both. Lol, this is so true. Every guy I've met like this always talks about it, but is never with a girl anytime I hang out. I have a friend like that. Our whole friend group clowned on him because we thought he was just faking it. He now sends a video of him fucking a different girl like once a week to our Snapchat group as evidence. Turns out he really does have massive cock, and he gets a lot of girls. Must be one of the downsides of having a big penis. You can't say anything about it, because once you do, people will assume you have a small penis. Best bragging I ever heard was from a friend. We were joking about genitals and such, and he said that he has a curved penis. It bends a certain way, but that it doesn't matter, since it bends in such a way that it hits the perfect spot. That's what he's been told by girls he's been with. Yeah, it's not all fun and games. I mean, like, there are upsides to having a wicked big hog, like all the pussy I get like constantly. But yay, some people get really jealous and shallow when they find out. They're all like, hey big dick, or yo huge cock. And I'm like, mon guys, I'm just trying to live my life, swinging around this big fucking ham cannon. It's big. Ham cannon made me burst out laughing in the office, you asshole. when they think they are Conor McGregor or act like him. Story time. I coach kids BJJ at the local family owned gym as a new purple belt. It's a smaller gym. Smaller classes, maybe 10 to 15 for an adult BJJ class / about the same for kids class and 6 to 8 for a kickboxing class. About 1 to 2 times a month, we get these dude brothers who come in for their free classes. Close your eyes and imagine the ultimate Chad MMA stereotype. Tight tap out, UFC, or affliction shirt / tank, gym shorts, tattoos, etc. Yep, that's pretty much them. About 95% of them come in thinking they're MMA experts because they watch UFC. Cocky and arrogant as hell. Loud. Interrupt the class with their knowledge. Easiest thing to do. Put a little brown belt, 5 feet 6, 143 pounds, who packed our trophy case with trophies / medals from BJJ tournaments. He lets them win for a minute or two, and before Chad can figure out what happened, Lamont has their own GI wrapped around their neck and they are tapping out. Rarely do they come back after being humbled. The other 5% come off as one of those guys, but they're actually there to learn and are respectful. Too many people go around thinking martial arts is all about kicking ass, or that it makes you a tough guy. I knew a guy who claimed that no martial arts studio would train him because they were afraid that he would become a lethal weapon when the martial arts skills would be combined with his temper. This guy was a lot like the Bajal boss. Was that guy also 11 years old? And named Dermot? A man of culture, I see. I have a coworker who is obviously very insecure and jealous of truly confident people. It became clear pretty quickly that he wants to be seen as this macho guy whenever he described arresting someone and ground and pounding them like it was the UFC. There was just something about the way he said it, making noises to emulate the supposed punches and elbows he landed. I feel like people who are truly secure don't feel the need to tell / make up such an elaborate story that makes them look cool. I used to work with this guy that literally looked like a fat neckbeard meme. Every Monday he'd come in bragging about hooking up with some chick over the weekend. Sometimes it was even a threesome. He'd also brag about beating someone's ass in a bar fight or getting jumped and beating up multiple guys. It became so ridiculous that we all just went with it, and every Monday we'd act amazed at this guy's incredible stories. These kinda guys are such a treat. I had a coworker who came into work one day with a black eye, fat lip, etc. Tells everyone that he was in a pub fight. Tells everyone that he had to let the guy kick the shit out of him because he's so good at karate that if he defended himself he might have killed the guy. Says he could have had his belt taken away and gone to prison as, and I quote, his hands are weapons. It's like running into a real life Mac from Always Sunny. My freshman year in college we knew a dude who would constantly brag about being able to do karate and backflips, but insisted the issue right here of course was the ceiling was too low to do them. Let's go outside and do it then. There's some grass over there. Oh, so you want me to kill the innocent grass with all my weight? I can tell you know nothing about karate and our morals. Never talk to me about karate again, you've offended me. I know some people find this shit hilarious, but these people annoy the shit out of me. I met one kid and knew him for a long time even, and I eventually even started calling him on his bullshit, but he had developed this sort of backtracking mixed with you can't prove it didn't happen tactic that was infuriating. He once told me he was trained by Shaolin monks as a kid and could literally balance on a lilliput. Called him on it. His excuse? I can't do it anymore dude, I have a bad back. It also always seems to, if not exclusively be about, at least include how tough they are. Another kid once told me how he had power bombed some completely impossible number of people through a car windshield, allegedly moments before. Tomorrow is his flip day, not today. He pooped himself. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see next. Why are you still here?